Shout out to DJ Cats. Special reminder that you are allowed to have a good time. Lose your inhibitions, this is the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic. Grab a drink, dance a little bit, make some noise, have some fun, let's go. To the benches for the final team talks ahead of this year's 2025 Hoopsfix All-Star Classic. Under-19 women's competition brought to you by Jordan Brand.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Crystal Palace. We're at the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic 2025. It's Daniel Ratledge and Kyla Nelson here courtside, and we are ready for the Under-19 women's game. The two teams about to be introduced to the crowd here. It's a good crowd, it's always hyped here, and it's a great moment for these young ladies.
Oh, absolutely, one of the highest events to showcase young talent, especially both on the boys and the girls side. But every year it just comes back faster. 11th edition, back and better than ever, and a sold-out crowd.
And obviously everybody wants to perform on a stage like this, but there's so much talent, you never quite know where it's going to come from in any given year.
Oh, you don't know. You've literally got a roster full of all-stars in this country, so anyone it can be anyone's day, and it's really exciting to know that over 85% of these players go on to scholarships or pro contracts.
Well, that is the key thing about it, is actually this is the best of British basketball at this age group, but so many of them carry on their career and go on to do some really good things. And it's the other thing is, because we've been doing this for 11 years, you see those alumni come back and sort of watch the next generation come through.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we just had Inez, 2021 alum, who's now at Baylor University, give the MVP three-point contest prize. So it's really cool to see everyone come and show up whatever year they came and played.
And you know what the hardest job is here today? It's being the coach. Because how do you rotate in when you've got all of these great players? I was just talking to the white coach, Siobhan Pryor, before, and she's like, I've not done an all-star game. I'm like, you just got to rotate them in, make sure everybody gets the minutes, and make sure whoever's playing best, you got them on at the end.
Exactly. Normally, coaching and subs are a bit more of an art and a feel, but when you've got a stacked team like this, you can just throw any five out and then figure it out.
And that is the challenge, of course, trying to work out where the connections are, what fives are going to work well together, because obviously these are the brightest and the best from up and down the country. They don't very often come together like this and be on the same team, and you've got to try and find that connection.
No, they don't, but luckily some of them come together for national teams over the summer. I mean, we've got 6 representatives from Ipswich basketball this year, multiple from Cola and so many other academies and programs. So a few of them are used to playing together, but most of the time against each other, which makes it even more fiery today.
And of course, we've got the twins on opposite sides of the team as well, the Costa twins.
Yeah,
that's going to be an
Manchester.
interesting battle, I'm sure.
I really hope they guard each other.
I'm sure they will. There'll be more than just Team Black, Team White bragging rights, I think, between those two today. And, well, as I say, Coach Milligan as well, you can see in the foreground there, is going to have the same challenge at her end of the floor in terms of working out. They do get a little practice time, so there are a few plays drawn up, and whether everybody can remember the calls, we'll see. But quite often in a situation like this, it's about who catches fire first.
Absolutely, and those plays are just a structure to give these girls some space to be able to create exciting plays for one another and themselves. So yeah, it just gives them a little bit of spacing and opportunity for some actions to create great advantage.
Well, the two teams have been introduced to the crowd, and we're almost set to go. They're going to do the formal handshakes in the middle of the court as well, but they right now just want to get that ball up and let's get going. And of course, the first challenge for the coaches is picking a starting 5. How do you pick a starting 5 out of a lineup like that? That is the challenge that they will have. Just seeing Coach Price got her board there. Press, run, fun, it says on the board. Those are the 3 key words to send out to her team.
Sounds like a good recipe for a great all-star event. That's what you want. You want speed. A lot of these girls are in programs that force them to play full-court defense, averaging 3-4 steals each. They want to play fast, get easy transition layups, and then create and see what happens.
Well, we're almost set to go here at the historic Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. Decades and decades of basketball history has played out on this floor, but the vibes are always at their best when it's the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic, and nothing gets them up more than a free t-shirt as well.
Oh, you know it. All Jordan branded, just like the Classic this year. They do a great job of providing for the fans, the crowd. I mean, the girls of these players right now are all in Luka 4s, looking sharp. So yeah, you look good, you play good.
Well, we're almost set to go. 10 minutes on the clock. And the coach is still having a you would think in a game like this, there's not too much, just go out and enjoy it.
You can't help but be competitive and want to make sure everyone's ready to play the right way though.
Well, there's 10 on the clock. There's nobody on the court. Here they come. Team White coming out first. And we are ready to get things underway here in Crystal Palace.
Got everything you want from starting 5. We've got some quick point guards. Obviously, Isla Habal just came from yesterday, qualifying with the 1. Jordan won one event last night, so she's probably ready and excited to play. Team Black, we've got some studs. We just saw Megan Verbeeten in the 3-point shooting contest. And a lot others coming up too.
Well, we are ready to go here for the opening tip. It's bobbled about, but it is Team White who come up with the first possession of the game. Here's a ball, as you mentioned, had a feel for the court, but a turnover on the first play.
Gibbons will be really exciting. The one that just passed that ball inside.
Oh, great block though. No room at the rim. Diorama with the denial and running the floor, going rim to rim, but can't finish. Habal gets the scoreboard ticking.
It's a nice way to start off an offensive rebound there and an easy 2.
It's Gibbons. Verbeeten trying to drive to the rim is fouled and 2 free throws coming. Yeah. Well, you talked about her in the 3-point competition, but first touch of the ball and she's going to the rim.
That's what she's been doing all year. She drew 31 fouls in the WABL this year just from being aggressive, and because she can shoot the 3, you have to guard her from there. So good job getting her first point in the Classic right there.
Team Black on the scoreboard. And they both drop. Habal. A bit of a bobble inside, but Habal will fire up the 3. That misses everything. And kept in play by Verbeeten. Hiding behind the screen, driving to the rim once again, not this time.
Good push ahead. Just got tipped.
Black come back with the ball. A lot of room in the corner for Verbeeten. She's been aggressive going to the rim in the early stages, but leave her that open. There's only one result.
She wasn't happy with her 3-point contest score, so that shows it. Nice lay right there by Irene, saying I got you right back. Another really exciting prospect coming up.
Well, they're going quick here in the early stages. The other thing is, talking about that, is Verbeeten looking for another 3, is you know the coaches are going to sub. A lot of these players are used to playing big minutes. Today it's not guaranteed, so you've got to make the most of them when you're out there.
Oh, absolutely. These girls are used to being stars. A big star in the country, Irene, we talked about, just 16 years old. A return to the Classic.
I think she's going to be coming back for a few more years as well. There she is with the mid-range. Doesn't go. And good work on the glass. Foul is called. Diorama will go to the free throw line.
A huge contributor for Kola over this past year. Averaged 11 points a game, 8.5 rebounds. That's first in her team. 4 of them being offensive rebounds. She knows how to get second chance points. And she's #1 in free throw percentage in her team.
6'1" as well. So has a imposing physique inside, crashing that offensive glass. Wide out to a 3-point lead. He's directing traffic. Gets it back from Verbeeten. Got her open again. Well, she's got the greenest of green lights today.
She has. I think she's taken every shot so far.
Ryan in the corner misses everything. Verbeeten this time has it knocked away by Ryan. Habal. Diorama driving hard to the rim, can't finish. Costa looking to push, pulls up from the top of the key off the mark.
Just settling into this game right now, but I like the pace these guys are trying to play at.
It's definitely got a quick tempo to it. Oh, beautiful. Diorama again on the offensive rebound as Ryan backs out for 3. Look at the rebounding from Diorama here in the first quarter. That's a long 2, but made from third chance opportunity.
Relentless, great timing to get on those boards and then finding the kickouts for wide open shots.
Wide out to a 5-point lead. Gibbons front iron on that one, but This time it's Team Black on the offensive glass. Keys, ooh, I thought that hit the front of the rim. It must not have, because the shot clock didn't reset. Well, I think the referee agreed with me that that previous shot had hit the rim. So they're going to put 10 on the shot clock and give it back.
I think that's the right call.
First substitutions of the day for both coaches. Gibbons gets the inbound. Great thought about the shot, but I kind of went out there, takes it inside instead. This time it will be a 24-second violation.
Yeah, no doubt by the refs on that one. Got some really exciting prospects in this game. Multiple players going to Division I colleges this year.
Tiarama working nicely with the footwork and the finish, and one.
That's a big body move right there. Bumped, absorbed the contact, and was able to finish.
Some nice feet as well in the first place. As you say, there's a lot of contact on that, but able to have the strength to force it home. Well, Ensel, fresh into the game, gets a hand on an offensive rebound there. And there's Laruda again, just attacking the rim. She's got 8 already.
Starts with just dominating those O-boards.
And looking to get out and run again, make that double figures for Irene already. And there's going to be a timeout called midway through the opening quarter. White jumping out to an 11-point lead, and Coach Milligan wants to talk things over. And really, it's about rebounding, isn't it? It's the offensive glass. They've got so many second chance points already, and it doesn't matter which lineup they've gone out with, they're all crashing the glass.
They are, but it's also hard for Team Black because White are pushing the pace off of rebounds. So even if you can stop the first penetration, you're not really in position to rebound that well. And White are exploiting that to get second chance points.
Well, the other thing about it is we're concentrating on what White have done offensively. Black have only got 5 points on the board to this point. They've made one field goal and a couple of free throws, so 1 of 8 from the floor, struggling to knock down shots as well.
Yeah, and all of those points came from Megan Verbeeten. So let's see after this timeout who comes out for Team Black to add to this score right now.
Well, Team Black with the ball, a little bit of pressure down court from White, nothing too strenuous. Keys drives, kicks out. Hannah Gray for 3 off the mark. Rama, that's her first defensive rebound of the game. Rama off the mark. Ensel crashing the glass again. This time Black managed to get their hands on it. Gray thought about the 3. Drives inside instead. Gray on the offensive glass, but 2 White players around her.
Yeah. 2 kind of different styles from White and Black right now. White are trying to push pace and get to the rim, whereas Black are looking to get those long shots.
Well, that one apparently deflected, and Team White seemed as surprised to get the ball as anybody there.
They'll take it though.
Yeah. Costa with the inbound. Diorama has the ball deflected, but keeps possession. Shot clock getting low, and foul is called. That'll be 2 free throws.
It's a great job by Irene right there, just creating something, making something happen, and drawing that foul. It's what she's been doing all year in the WEABL. Averaged a double-double with 17 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. She does it all for her Manchester team, and she's doing it all right now for Team White.
Well, it's a great get-out-of-jail card, isn't it? The end of the shot clock. If somebody can create like that for herself.
Can't reward herself with that first free throw, though.
10 points already in the game. So she's got twice as many points as Black have. Goes 0 for 2 from the line, though. Well, good with her feet as well. Kicks that one into the crowd. Diorama will sit down for the first time. Black trying to get some offense going here. Still only 1 field goal in the first 6.5 minutes.
Oh, that was a great grab right there by Ensel.
Just dominating the glass. Taylor moves it on. Costa in the corner for 3, splashes it.
That was great ball movement. Extra, one more pass to Karina Costa.
Well, Taylor could easily have taken that shot herself, but saw a better option. His day now for 3 off the mark.
Yeah, Taylor really does it all for her Charnwood side. She's used to giving those one mores and scoring.
Well, they've moved the ball well, Black, but they just can't get any points at the end of it. Still stuck on 5. Here's Irene again, driving hard through the contact and 1. Too strong.
She didn't even get moved from that line of drive. That's 12 already for Irene.
Well, I said, if you're coaching, you just got to see who's hot and leave them out there. Oh, I don't think you're making subs here, are you? Maybe they are. But she's been carrying the team in the first 7 minutes. Takes her personal tally up to 13 and gets her first seat.
Yeah, gets a little break, and I'm sure she'll come back out to continue what we've been seeing so far.
Day spins, fouled by Ensel.
Something positive for Team Black, trying to get a couple of extra easy points on the free throw line. Millie Day comes from the Rockets. Had a really good season this year, 4th in scoring in WEABL with 18 points, almost 7 rebounds. Had a couple 30-plus point games this year, so she knows how to put that ball in the basket.
Well, they could do with it now. At the minute, Verbeeten's been out of the game, come back in. She's still got the only points they've scored. Well, Day does get the scoreboard ticking for her team. She will sit down now. McIntosh in for the first time.
Yeah, exciting prospect from Caledonia.
A ball around the screen. Great screen it is too. Pulls up at the elbow.
White are just crashing for every O-board. So even if Black, even if White don't get it, they're getting it out of bounds, and Black have to start all the way from the baseline again. Well,
you can see Ensel set the screen way out past the 3-point line, but was still in and around that rebound at the end of it. McIntosh taking it into the middle, and a bit of a hip foul there.
That was just much better pace from Team Black right there. Even from the out-of-bounds pass, Megan Verbeeten was able to push, penetrate, get the ball into the paint, and now you're getting closeouts and rotations. And McIntosh is going to the line for it.
line. So picked up a second foul on that play, so she will sit down. And this is as small as White have been in the game so far.
Be interesting to see how different their style of play is, and if they can continue crashing the boards the way they started. Alex McIntosh is getting some great experience with Caledonia, though, playing in Europe. Obviously had that great trophy win in the SLB.
Shot clock was a little late starting there, so the referee just stopping the game. Well, the game clock there lost a few seconds, I think, as well.
Refs are straight on it, though.
There we go, got it to the 21 that it was asked to get to. Well, it's been a great first quarter for Team White. Absolutely dominated this opening 8 minutes, leading by 15. Oh, nice attack to the rim from Wilson there.
Yeah, really nice. Had that nice little in and out before getting that straight line attack.
Woodman's pass a little too high there for Mullock to grab hold of.
I think that's the way to go. You have to play with some pace and tempo. You want it to be a high-scoring event.
And now the shot clock reset to 21. So whatever that adjustment they made on the previous play changed it to going from 24 to 21. And they want it to go back to 1-4-3. It's one of these things that's ingrained in the referee. You've got to get time and clock right.
They can't help themselves.
Yeah.
We want to make it a fair game, though.
Well, we'll go back to the end line ball from the end. End line ball from the end. Where else would it be? If not the, well, it's actually a sideline ball from the end, so there you go.
There you go.
No, it is in the on the baseline. Wow. Foul called. It's going to be 2 more free throws. Both teams been aggressively going to the basket here.
They have created some really good angles to get to the rim.
And there's no soft defense letting people get there either. You're getting foul going to the rim.
Pride and egos, Dan. Doesn't matter where you are. No easy buckets. And another Kohler star on the line here for Deborah Wilson. 5'10" guard. Obviously, they always seem to come out with some sort of trophy. And they had a good Under-18 Cup win for the 2nd consecutive season.
Here's McIntosh for Team Black. Still trying to find some offensive flow. Back inside, can't convert. 1 of 15 now from the floor. Verbeeten is the only one who's made a shot, now make that 2.
Really quick release there. You knew she wanted it on that kick out and was ready to knock it down.
Into double figures, but it's taken them 9 minutes to get there. Laval, pass is deflected. Foul is called though.
Yeah, she found a switch she liked. Very shifty guard.
Well, over the limit. So it'll be team foul free throws.
Couple of MVPs to her name this year. WEABL. and led the league in assists with 6.3 a game. Also finals MVP in the WNBL Division 1. So great year for her.
Goes 1 for 2 from the line there, pushes the lead back out to 15 in the final minute of the opening quarter here in Crystal Palace. Oh, that wasn't meant to end up in Verbeeten's hands, but it's not a bad option to get it there. And that's going to be a hell ball. Possession arrow will give it back to Team Black.
Some good hustle there to get an extra possession.
Keys and Gibbons returning.
Gibbons, the most efficient player in the WNBL 1 and the WABL.
And a nice roll to the basket for 2 as well, right on cue.
That's a bit of everything. Really smart player, and it's good to see her get a couple points on the board.
Well, fancying the mismatch with the foot speed there. Costa drives in, tough shot. 10 seconds left here, it's deflected away. That's probably not a bad outcome here for Black, because they'll get a moment to think about it and set it up.
Be interesting who they try and get their last shot for in this quarter.
Well, Woodman has the ball. It's deflected away. Abal will run it back. Is there enough time? Just beats the buzzer, fouled in the process. And that will be 2 free throws.
Good job by Isla to be able to cut through that pass and get a quick foul before the buzzer. It's clear Black was trying to go back to Megan Verbeeten for the last shot.
Well, they put .1 back on the clock. There has to be some time if there's a foul called. No lineup though. So if I were her, I'd make the first, throw the second off the rim to myself, and then try and beat the buzzer.
Was that in your wheelhouse back in the day, Dan?
Well, you know, it was a long time ago. It was all in black and white, but I was known one time. Somebody could get a rebound like that.
Hey, that's a skill right there.
Well, there you go. They're going to wave off that .1. We're at the end of the quarter, and it's been a dominant period for Team White. 26 points to 12. They lead Team Black, and well, it's just a difference in efficiency. The reality is, Team White shooting 52% from the floor. Team Black, 3 of 18 for 16%. And if you're not putting the ball in the basket, it's hard to stay in the game.
That's exactly it. It's, especially with the pace of this game and the amount of shots and possessions each team are going to get, you have to be efficient enough to knock down some shots. And Team Black haven't been able to do that outside of Megan Verbeeten, and Gibbons got into the action a little later.
Well, in the early stages, the other thing was White were getting 2-3 goes at it, the way they were crashing the offensive rebound. I think that helped them feel comfortable in the game as well. And as you pointed out, that the pace at which they were playing, that those 3 words on the board from Siobhan Pryor beforehand, they've lived up to that, haven't they?
They absolutely have, and I think that's why they're on top right now. And it helps that they've been so aggressive and drawn a lot of fouls. I mean, they drew 7 fouls in that quarter against the 3 that Black were able to draw. So very interesting that, yeah, Coach Pryor right now seems like she's on top of how she wants Team White to play.
Well, she said she'd never coached an All-Star game before, but she still wants to win it now. You want to be unbeaten.
Oh, once you're here, you definitely want to get that dub. Interesting, she's bringing back in Irene to start the second quarter.
14.6 of 7 shooting. So aggressive. And, well, they couldn't stay in front of her, could they? She was just able to get to the rim relentlessly.
Yeah, they couldn't, but no one in the country really can. That's why she was the Under-17 Player of the Year. And that's why she's got some really good prospects and opportunities coming up for her. Be interesting if White try and get her going again early. While
the coach is having the final few words as they teams come back out, and Team Black will be open for a little change in fortune here in the second quarter.
They've got enough pieces to do it. They've gone a little bit bigger to start this second to try and counteract the physicality of Team White. So we'll see how that works.
Team White with the possession arrow to start the second quarter. Ruda with the pull-up. Off the mark. Verbeeten for three. A little early in the offense there, but doesn't go. It's going to be a white ball.
Those are those ones, if it goes in, great job and a nice quick shot to get back in rhythm. Fortunately, that one just then went out of bounds.
Well, a lot of time and space in the corner, but the shot doesn't go for Carrington. Nice pass. 3-second violation.
Right idea though. I like trying to get Grace Hibia involved. Very high field goal percentage this year at 52%. She knows how to finish inside.
Refs on it though, calling 3-second violations in an all-star game.
They can't help themselves there.
Chambers off the mark. That's deflected out of bounds.
Yeah. Chambers coming under Coach Pryor up in Nottingham. Had a really good season this year. 16 points, 8 rebounds a game. Drew a lot of fouls. Be interesting to see if she can get something close to the rim.
Here's Keys. Gibbons. Well, late shot clock here for Black. McIntosh under pressure from the defense and the time. Carrington pushing and was trying to just find Woodward, but there wasn't a pass there, ended up traveling with it.
Yeah, some happy feet there. Little Horns flare action.
The original pass was deflected though. There's a foul on the shot there. McIntosh caught on that three, so it's going to be 3 free throws.
Yeah, Carrington not happy about that. She knows not the greatest foul. But hopefully a nice way to get Black back on the board after a couple minutes.
Well, McIntosh was 1 for 2 on her first trip to the free throw line. Makes the front end here.
Yeah, it'd be good for Team Black if they can get her going.
And they forgot it was 3 free throws. Front iron on that one. Gibbons able to get them another opportunity, although only briefly, is out of bounds is called on the far side.
Yeah, a little rush to get that over to the corner. And just stepped out of bounds there.
Well, the offense has slowed a little bit here in the second quarter.
It has. No one's really been able to get any clean defensive rebounds to push the pace again.
Gibbons. Verbeeten hiding behind the screen, fires up the 3 off the mark. And Gibbons knocking that loose and playing the pressure.
Yeah, good job by Black staying up there.
Diorama at the top of the key. Chambers Desmond with the offensive rebound, gets White a second chance at it. Woodward moving nicely off the ball and the handoff for 2.
Threaded the needle on that backdoor pass and an extra one more for that nice little float over the top. Good team basketball.
Keys fires up the triple. Woodward. Oh my goodness, not quite. Foul is called. McIntosh came to volleyball spike that one.
Yeah, she came down with some intention on that. I think she wants to argue she got the ball, but Carrington goes to the line for 2. Another Ipswich product, my apologies. You had a great campaign this year winning the WABL. What I love seeing is how many of these girls have multiple high-level stats.
Yeah.
They're not just scorers or one-dimensional. Carrington here averaged just under 11 points, 8 rebounds a game, 3 steals. They're able to do a bit of everything. 1 of 3 representing Ipswich basketball on Team White.
Friendly bounce off the back of the iron on the second one. He's lobbing it over the top. Away come White though. Their armor taking it herself. Patient underneath. Gets her own rebound. Can't convert on the putback though. Here's Gray. Drives into traffic. Must be a foul in there somewhere.
Yeah, a bit of a late whistle, but it's there. Team White seems to really be packing in the paint. More of a sagging man, being there early and help side. Just makes it hard to get easy and open layups for Team Black.
Well, they have got to the free throw line, both teams.
Yeah, we saw Hannah Gray earlier in the 3-point contest. Number 1 in the WEABL this year for 3-point percentage at just over 40%.
Not really had any open looks thus far.
Plenty of game time left.
Yeah. And Black hanging on in there, down 14.
Need to string some stops together.
Oh, Carrington trying to, they need to get a few rebounds as well. Chambers, Desmond with the offensive rebound, unable to put it back though. Gray drives, almost slipping, gets that to lay in.
Yeah, nice little finesse finish there. She saw Irene was backing up. She said, I'll take this.
Pass deflected away and it's out of bounds. It'll go back to Black.
That's exactly what they need. Couple scores, get a stop, see if they can execute something on this end.
Then Solon a ball back for Team White. Gibbons into the game for Team Black.
I think Team Black need to get Alexandra Costa involved. She's second in scoring in the league this year, averaging 20 a game, so we know she's a bucket.
Day driving to the rim, lays it in.
Hey, another bucket right there, Millie Day. Had double digits in every game bar 2 this season.
Nice. Diorama laying it in.
When she gets that position, she's so poised and patient to get great angles to finish.
Here's Costa. Back out to Gray. Again, quick to close down any 3-point shot. That's going to be a hell ball. It'll stay with Black, but they only have 5 seconds to work with. Well, now we've got both Costas on the court. Is that the first time they've both been out there?
I think it is.
Well, now we get to see the matchup.
Go straight to Gardner's sister. I love it.
It's going up here. Oh, I thought their shot was going up. Run out of time. It needed to go up. Shot clock violation.
Yeah, that's a couple violations for Team Black already.
Yeah. Normally, shots are going up quick, but they are. running through their reads. Diorama going through a post moves, denied by Gibbons. Huge defensive play.
Great timing too. She hid in that help side until Diorama made the move to reverse back to the basket and was able to get a great block. Gibbons going to be put out to University of Vermont next year, NCAA Division I. Big step up for her.
Well, pass right between two Team Black players there.
Yeah, some miscommunication, which is expected. These girls don't play together very often.
Ball looking for options. Having to take it herself. Good challenge from Gibbons. Day drives in. They had a mismatch for Gibbons in the post. Couldn't get the ball to her. Still looking for it now. Day's going to fire up the three and misses everything.
Yeah, the ball's sticking a little bit with Team Black at the moment.
Costa spinning. Gibbons again with her hands in the way.
Right place, right time.
Day back to Gibbons.
Can we get a timeout as well, please?
Great, nice pass. No room underneath for Woodman. Gets her own rebound. Shot clock is low. Stolen away. Costa will run it all the way back and get the easiest score of the game.
Well, of course, it still comes from the #1 WEABL Steals Player of the Year with 5 a game. Costa right in time to get an easy 2.
Well, Coach Pryor had already registered a timeout before that steal and run back. Just got the sense that offensively they've slowed. Black have sort of stayed at the same pace, which is why they're only at 20, but White have sort of lost that early momentum that they had.
They have. I think Black have done a much better job, though, slowing them down. When Team White do get defensive rebounds, Black aren't just running back and allowing them to push now. They're staying up, pressuring, forcing fumbles, forcing Team White right now to slow down a little bit. But you see, when they do get those fast break opportunities, they're deadly.
Well, 3:26 to go here to halftime. You just get a feel if Black could win this last 3 minutes, even by 5 or 6 points, get it down to single figures and just sort of use the halftime to regroup, reset, and go, we're in a decent position here.
Absolutely. I think for Team Black, a couple of girls just need to see the ball go in. They're taking good shots that they've all shot in their own clubs and programs a lot this season. So just need to find that rhythm to be able to feel loose and confident shooting the ball.
Nice work again. Gibbons diving on the floor to keep the ball alive. Out to Costa for 3. Well, I had the line, but not the legs.
Nice to see Black crashing the boards hard, though. Been a bit of a flip situation from the second to the first quarter.
Diorama. Probing, kicks it out to Habal for 3 off the mark. Costa gets the rebound. Hensel again making a nuisance of herself inside.
She won't get the credit for a lot of these rebounds, but she's had some great tips.
Well, Siobhan Pryor there on the bench was poised and ready. That pass was coming right to her.
She would have knocked it down.
She would have knocked that shot down without a doubt. Oh, good hands from Habal to knock it away. running it back through the contact down one.
She does that so well. She understands her angles and her body. She slowed down purposely to get that contact right there. If we see the replay, she knows exactly where the defender is on her back. Woodman right there. Slows down just enough to get bumped for the M1.
Pushes the lead back to 16, potentially out to 17. It peaked at 18. And again, look at Ensel on the offensive glass. She's going to put it back and say, don't worry about 17. I'm going to make it 18-point lead.
Yeah, Ensel from Ipswich. She deserved that one after crashing so hard and getting so many tips for her teammates. Had a great year this year. Averaged 9 rebounds a game, 4 offensive.
Costa running it back to the left. Nice finish.
Well, that was a lovely wide left-hand finish right there on the run.
Now it's a 20-point lead. We were just saying a minute and a half ago, Black could get it back to single figures. Well, they might make some inroads there with Costa knocking down the shot.
And if there's someone that can get them back in the game, that's one of them right there. 37% three-point shooter this year.
He's putting it on the floor, scooping it up just off the mark. Good box out. Villa with the rebound. Oh, wasn't quite ready for the pass, but was able to haul it in. It's Costa again through the contact. What a finish that is.
That little hesitation and pump fake after hitting a shot from the same spot gave her that angle to get to the rim, and what a finish.
Oh, it still needed some finish. Molly Ensel
Nice little lefty scoop.
was right there to threaten the shot, but I thought that was a third foul, but maybe it had not gone against her because only 2 have been shown at the table. Costa converts the three-point play. Deflected away, out of bounds. It's going to go back to Black.
Didn't mind that little mid-range by Leach there, though. She can make those. Had a 43-point game this year against Reading Rockets. So it's good to see her trying to get a shot up in this game.
Costa. And so again, pulls in another rebound. Oh, everything but the finish there. Ball getting all the way to the rim, but can't get it to go.
Oh, just her ability to be twitchy, freeze, look away, deceptiveness. Yeah, she brings a lot to the women's game in this country.
Lauren Milligan gonna use a timeout here with 45 seconds to go. Just again, this is about, can we get 2 for 1 here maybe? 2 scores and 1 stop. Get it somewhere near 10.
Anyone's game. If you can get it within that 10 and find that rhythm before the half, you'll be able to get going earlier in the second.
But Team White seems to have the answer every time down after that blistering start to the game. And they've just sort of kept them at arm's length since then. Fun-packed day here at Crystal Palace. Bringing down the curtain on the British basketball season as it always does. The Hoopsfix All-Star Classic here.
I like the different themes each year. I'm liking the red this year. Great job on the court, on the floor. Sports serve. Putting all of the equipment down. Designer of the court was 5 or 6. And what I love about these sponsors and everyone that helps this event is they've been there since the inception of the Classic.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how much everyone's willing to put into it because they see the value.
The other thing is that this helps pay back. You see those courts that have been redesigned around the country, the outdoor courts. There's 3 of them now paid for by the Hoopsfix Foundation, which gets its income from events like this.
Everything's reinvested into UK basketball.
Here's Costa to the mid-range.
Hey, and we love an outdoor court during summertime, so perfect.
It is, as I say, this is the end of the winter season, if you like, but then 3x3 rolls round, we're all out in the park.
I feel like this event is just the start of summer hoops.
Yeah. That one goes all the way out of bounds.
Yeah, no team really shooting very well from the 3 at the moment.
Costa. Ibila. Nice. Splashes it to end the first half, but it's been very much White's first half. It was really all about that first quarter, the explosion they had right at the beginning of the game that got them out to that early lead, and they've kind of just kept it in double figures since then.
Explosion it was. 2 different styles to start the game. You could tell Team White were definitely looking for pace, aggressiveness on the boards, and it did them a good job with 40 points in the first half, whereas Black came out a little bit, had a few more shots on the perimeter, slowed down pace in the half court a little bit more, but it's all to play for.
Well, very much in the balance here at Crystal Palace at the half in the women's under-19 game at the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic. Team White leading Team Black by 40 points to 28.
Let's go, pops to the glasses, pops to the glasses. And one from this side. One from this side. Yeah. You've been nominated, man. Let's go. Yes. Mr. Amani, let's go. Come on. Oh, forget it. All right. Huh? Okay, Seattle Sonics dad. Come on, hurry up. You. There's only one person wearing Seattle Sonics in here. Come on. very quickly.
Alright, fellas, we don't have a lot of time. Seattle, they're going to shoot that way. Mr. Toronto with the Toronto team, they're going to shoot that way. Okay, first one to score is like the kids will go. Go, 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 come on, come on. Come on, let me hear you make some noise in Seattle. Okay. Stand up some moves. You got 30 seconds and you're both getting nothing. You got 30 seconds and you're both getting nothing. It's just you and him. It's just you and him. No. Hold on. Make some noise if you think Seattle's going to. Finish. It's over. Congratulations, sir. I'm going to get you videos or something, guys. If you go back to your seats, I'll find you. One more time, make some noise for these two players. All right. Are you ready for the second half?
Well, we're almost set to go here for the second half here in Crystal Palace. The Under-19 women's game. Team White on top, 40-28. Let's put you in the huddle. Kyla, if you're Coach Milligan at that end of the floor, Team Black, what are you trying to do here differently in the second half?
Yeah, I like her lineups better towards the second quarter where they're a little bit bigger. I think it competes better with Team White, but I think you're trying to match pace a little bit more, get things going towards the paint, even if it's a couple drivers and kicks, but getting the ball into the paint and making decisions from that, using your bigs, posting up. Yeah, more aggression within the paint, more pace, and keep pressuring them and slowing down Team White.
Well, I thought they did a better job of slowing Team White in that second quarter, but still got to work on their rebounding. Team White doing a great job crashing the glass. And it is White with the possession hour to get us underway here in the second half. Woodward. Oh, tough step through, but nothing doing for Wilson, who gets her own rebound. Oh, rejected. Super block from Verbeeten.
Yeah, well, she's top 3 in the WNBL Division 1 in blocks this season for a reason. I really like that backdoor cut, though.
Three-point shot off the mark. There again, we're talking about the rebounding. It was still on. We started it all off at the beginning of the game and continuing to crash the offensive glass.
She's just so poised when she gets the O-boards around traffic, though.
Villas' foul will go to the line.
That's better by Black. Make or miss, they're starting to push the ball on the outlet. Get a nice rim run. Another player under Coach Jackson Gibbons who just keeps creating talent and a pathway for girls in this country. Great body, 6'4", a lot of potential.
Cuts the gap to 12. This is as close as it's been for a while. No way through for Woodward. Gets it out to Diorama. Ibila got a little piece of that.
That was a great tip.
Costa right down the middle, trying to scoop it. Ibila on the offensive glass puts it back, and it's a 10-point game.
Ibila's come out to play in the second half.
Ibila with the defensive rebound as well, and a chance for single figures here. Gibbons driving through, lays it in.
Hey, if Coach Milligan had a way she wanted Team Black to start, this is exactly it.
Well, they've got it into single figures. A long time since they've been that close.
Did a much better job just standing in front of Team White. Great contest again. Imagine that long arm coming at you when you're shooting.
The shot went a long way off its trajectory. As a result, Costa for 3. can't quite take advantage. Pass is just about broken up by Verbeeten.
Yeah, you definitely feel the shift in momentum for Team Black.
I think there's a cut. Ibila's got a cut, so he's going to have to come out of the game. That is a shame because she's been so impactful in the first 2 minutes of this third quarter.
She really has worked hard both ends of the floor.
Poked away. That'll stay with Team White. Diorama. Bullying her way to the basket, but illegally so. Offensive foul called.
Great job by Gibbons, just pestering her on every dribble. Didn't let her get positioning inside and got rewarded with that push-off.
Well, Gibbons was one of those that was giving them some good spark in the first half.
She's a vet in this competition.
Verbeeten has it stolen away. And the foul is called. I think it's on Costa. It is number 6 shown to the table.
Yeah, that was great hands right there.
They
Get
just
the
sort of
poke.
squeezed between two players for the foul. Foul called.
And this is what went wrong for Team Black in the first half, was multiple fouls around the rim, allowing White to get some free throws.
Bordeaux at the free throw line was leading scorer in the first half with 15.
Emily Taylor coming out, Charmwood guard. Some really impressive games this season.
Bordeaux again at the line, makes both of them. I'm going to say she's probably the front runner for MVP here early in the third quarter. There's still a lot of time left.
Lots of time, but if Team White can take this over, yeah, she's definitely up there.
Look at the pressure out to the halfway line. Even cries a defense from the Team White players on the bench.
Alice Woodward's been all over the place defensively. Great hands for her. Had a great season, played 30 minutes a game for Barking in the WABL this year. Drew a lot of fouls.
Oh, nice spin. Diorama with the rebound and the putback. That is 9 rebounds for her.
It's another one fighting for their MVP.
Off the mark, but they still have the ball here, Black. Costa's gonna let it fly, back iron.
Team Black just to see a couple long-range shots go in.
Costa drives, spins. Gibbons got a little hand on that. Muller. Ambidexter off the mark. Costa though with the offensive rebound for Team Black and trying to scoop it back up, but it doesn't go.
Black needs to start capitalizing off of these second chances.
Oof. Almost another one. Bordeaux again.
That was a lovely gather. Kept it in the one hand, nice and strong. Wide finish on the right.
Ensor going to check back in.
Just when you think Team Black are creeping back in it, Team White cut their momentum completely, get some easy ones from the line and bring it back to double digits.
Team White making another change with Leach returning. Their lead creeping back out to 14. Costa. Ibila back into the game after that cut. Trying to get an offensive rebound, but...
That was a good contest by Ensel.
Ibila diving on the floor to wrap it up with Costa.
Yeah, I think our sister knew that spin move was coming. Got
Yeah.
a nice little poke there.
Team Black ball from the side. They trail 34-48 here. We approach the midpoint of the third quarter. The Hoopsfix All-Star Classic here in Crystal Palace. Good challenge. But again, the offensive rebound. Ansel again with another big hand in there.
Right idea there. Got a little waist screen action happening, and Munife was able to turn the corner, get a nice curl off of it, but help is just ready for Team White. Ooh.
Oh, nice from Costa. All the way for two.
Nice speed going downhill, shifty, and able to float it up.
Keys round the high screen, fires up the shot, and splashes it.
That was a really smooth shot in the mid-range right there. Another Ipswich guard.
Oh, great block. Ibila with the piece of it, but will not be denied. That's great work from Carrington.
Yeah, strong move to finish on that second chance.
Keys loses the ball. Costa comes the other way. Oh, another volleyball spike. Ibila with it.
And she's running the lane.
Well, a bit static, that offense from Team Black. Oh, nice move.
And that's what happens when Team Black don't get such great looks on one end. Their transition suffers for it.
Foul is going to be called against Carrington, I believe.
That's a nice move. Stepping through the gap to get the contact.
Both coaches shuffling the pack as McIntosh goes to the line for 2 free throws. All her points today have come from the foul line.
Yeah, she's been here before, another returnee.
Costa kicks out. Leach with a tough shot in the corner. Oh my goodness, get that out of here. What a block from Ibila.
Scoring highlight tape, but just blocks in this game.
Shot clock violation. That was an unbelievable block.
She's been huge this half.
Looked like an open layup, but absolutely thrown back.
Her timing to get it at the top of that shot, and just she put that down with authority.
He's great. Verbeeten spins into trouble, loses the ball. White, can they smuggle it away? Costa diving on the floor. Somehow Black have it.
They love a bit of hustle in an all-star game.
McIntosh The defense getting applauded from the coaching staff. Oh, another great block. This time it's Ensel with the denial.
Post play is still here, everybody.
Oh, come in the lane at your peril today, because the bigs are sending it all back. Oh, that's a beautiful pass into Ensel, who's fouled. She'll go to line for two. I feel like her stats don't quite reflect the impact she's had on the game. She's got a lot of tips and touches and distraction.
She was a big part of how Team White got that lead in the first quarter, really. She got some nice tips that aren't going to be on the stat sheet, but you're right. Doing all the little things the right way.
And two perfect free throws as well.
She's had some big games this year herself. Had a 21-point, 15 rebound game versus Sheffield this season.
Beaton looking to attack, hoping for a whistle. Doesn't come her way. She's grimacing as she runs back, but Team White are going anyway. Is Costa. Lost the ball, though, out of bounds. Woodman and Ryan will come back.
Ryan coming from Oakland's Wolves. They've really shown themselves this year in the SLB.
Yeah, incredible season for them, reaching all the finals and winning the league.
Yeah, Ryan's a cool story. She actually is a qualified statistician, and she did the Hoopsfix Classic a few years ago to then be playing in it. That's a pretty cool story.
We'll be able to look at her own stats later. Can she get a block on the chase back? Not quite, but the foul is called.
Black aren't going away. They're keeping it around this mark. See if they can break that double-digit barrier again in these next 2 minutes before going into that fourth. Another free throw there for McIntosh.
Right, what a pass, cross court that is.
Lovely pass.
Here's McIntosh, lets it fly for three off the mark. Deflected out of bounds.
It's not a bad look for Team Black. Again, they've been getting some nice kick-outs, transition threes. Just haven't been able to knock them down consecutively.
Carrington drives, kicks out to the corner for Ryan, who splashes it.
Lovely find there, and really nice shot by Ryan. She led her team in every statistic this year. Shows what a leader she has become.
Mullock from behind the arc, doesn't go. And so, looked like there might have been a foul. There was indeed a foul. Gray on the reach in.
What I'm really enjoying seeing is the post players and the forwards, how poised and controlled they are within their own bodies, within what they're trying to do inside. I mean, they're all young under-19 players figuring out themselves, their bodies, how to be physical. I think they're doing a really good job of showcasing that today.
Second one is good. Abedeckan returns to the game. The lead returns to 20. That's as big as it's been all day.
Team White now have 21 free throws on the game, scoring 13 of them.
Gray to the rim. Ensel plucking that out of the air where only she could reach it. Nice from Carrington, but it's off the back of the rim.
She'll want that one back.
Gray hiding behind the screen, unable to knock it down. Good ball movement from White to break it away. Chambers can't convert. Shot clock is off here. Black can take it to the buzzer if they can get it across midcourt. So it's harder for the referees to count 8 when there's no shot clock, but they got it over in time.
Nice.
Woodman on the third quarter buzzer can't knock it down, and well, Black started that quarter really well. You think back the first couple of minutes, they got it into single figures and looked like they were turning it all around, but White turned up the heat once again as that quarter wore on and pushed it back out to 20.
Yeah, White just had some momentous moments where it felt like as soon as Black were coming, they were able to stop that by drawing a foul, by getting an easy layup. So it was really tough for Black to be able to get over that edge. Black started the half so well from being aggressive. Defensively, they did a much better job of staying in front. And they started getting into the paint a little bit more. And again, we saw that they went away from it, shot a few more shots on the perimeter towards the end of that quarter.
And the defense has been really good as well all the way through. And there's been nothing easy. You talked about the free throws. Both teams have got to the line because they're not giving up anything easy. Sometimes in these games, it's, you know, oh, just move out of the way and let them get a layup. There's none of that today.
Oh no, there isn't. None of these girls have it in them to allow that stuff either. They're all from programs that are really competitive, aggressive defensively. 4 out of 5 Manchester players playing in this Classic are in the top 5 of steals per game. They want to generate easy scores.
All right, a 20-point game. But before we get back underway, they got a half-court shot. Oh! Just strolled out there casually and tossed in a 3 from the half-court.
Dad, I'm actually kind of mad how easy you made that look.
It was
swished. He walked away before he even went in.
Oh, that was incredible. He just, I've never seen, as you say, I've never seen anything quite as casual.
Perfect arc, rotation.
And walked away like, yeah, that's what I do.
That's what I do. I just get some free Jordan gear today.
Okay, fourth quarter action here at Crystal Palace. What have Team Black got? They got one more run in them just to make it.
They've got one more run in them, especially this 5. They've got starting the game, got everything they need from three-point shooting potential of Manafé. Costa, you know, the scorer. Yabila, I would love to see them try and find her a little bit more inside. And obviously the 2 Ipswich ladies.
A foul. Oh, another. No, it's a foul. And Yabila went after that.
She wanted that one on her teammate too.
She did, yeah. A big smile on her face.
Helped her up afterwards.
Yeah. Well, it is her 4th foul, though.
But all from hard, aggressive, outside rotations. She startled her enough to make her miss the first free throw, so.
Assume the sub is going to be for, it is indeed, Yabila as Day checks in. Here's Keys. Nice hands from Ryan just to prevent that penetration.
Lovely slip.
Gibbons kicks it out today off the mark. Those are the shots they need down 21.
They are, but you can see Black are trying to play the right way. They're doing a few actions and structures to get into their offense. Just need to start knocking them down, not too much long to go.
Turnover by Ryan. Nice pass. Costa out in front will lay it in.
They're going to need some more of that.
Costa gets her hands on that pass as well, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
Still in the backcourt.
Costa isn't ready to give up on this game.
Woodward off the mark. Gibbons with the rebound.
That's what makes Gibbons so special. She can grab that rebound and push herself.
But White turn it back over. Well, confusion there. The pass goes out of bounds.
Yes, a little fancy no look there. Again, it's hard when you don't play with each other very often to get that read down. But we want some fancy plays in this All-Star game.
We do.
Try it.
Well, back out three. Wanda splash as well. Big Deccan knows they need points and trims it to 16. Oh, and the steal as well. And run it back, and 5 points in the blink of an eye, and suddenly it's down to 14.
Yeah, I like that little trap along the halfway line, just to change things up.
I thought there was going to be another turnover for a second there, but White do have it in the front court. Nice.
Really nice.
Catch and finish from Chambers Desmond.
Nice pass by Isla there.
Keys straight to the rim, through the foul and one. Keys will go to the line for a bonus.
That was a lovely push by her. Black are realizing they need to start getting quick looks to the basket. That was a great job going with her left strong. Another Ipswich guard right here. Solid season. 7th in assists in the WNBL Division 1 at 17 years old. Averaged just under 15 points a game this year. Adds a point to her game in the Classic.
Oh, it's down to 13. They've got the start that they needed to this quarter. Almost another turnover. There is a steal. Oh, and just ran out of real estate there, Day, trying to keep that ball in play.
You see what they're trying to do. Right here, Black are just trying to change the rhythm up, showing a press right here. Forcing the offense to make quicker decisions. Get steals off of floaty passes.
Nice pass. And the three. Well, that'll hurt when you think you're playing good D. And just one good pass. Ryan out on the three-point line, pushes it back to 16.
Second of the half for her.
Keys, eyes at the rim, but goes inside to Gibbons instead. Gibbons trying to squeeze through two players, draws the foul.
Again, good poise for her. That little pass fake out to Costa made the defender jump out a little bit more and gave her that space to operate inside. This is what you want if you're Black. The clock stops and you get points.
Gibbons makes sure that the first of those two free throws goes in. And the second.
She stays up to put some more pressure on.
Ooh. That was close. It's going to be an 8-second violation. Don't quite get it over in time.
I love this call by Coach Milligan, though. It's just changing up rhythms for Team White. They haven't seen this defense all game. And they look like they're struggling with it right now.
Well, when you're down 14 for every stop, you need a score. Oh, and it's a turnover instead. Amar gets it right back for Team White. To the spin! Oh! Day. Good hands from Ryan to deflect it away. Stolen back, though, by Costa. Verbeeten for three.
Big three for Verbeeten. We saw her hit a couple in the first half. Almost gets that steal.
Chambers Desmond can't quite get that to go, but we'll go to line for two. They've got it to 11 here. Black.
And still plenty of time.
Chambers Desmond at the free throw line.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of need these two.
She's been in big time moments in games. A huge role in helping GB under-16s earn promotion to Division A last summer. She knows how to turn it on, and she's needed for her team.
Lane violation.
We're going to get an extra shot here. Chambers Desmond.
And knocks down the do-over. Gibbons. McIntosh for three. Just overcooked. And McIntosh ran into the back. White just trying to see this one out here, quell any thoughts of a comeback from Team Black. Foul off the mark, but again, offensive rebounds. Chambers Desmond this time.
Yabila just doing enough to contest that second chance.
McIntosh. Shot clock down to 5. McIntosh, no way past Diorama.
Yeah, that was a brick wall she ran into right there.
Bodo just continuing to pile on the paint. 21 points for her.
So
McIntosh, quick three. Diorama knocks it down.
Teammate to teammate. That's who you want the ball in their hands in transition, as Isla about right there, and she finds the right person. And Diorama for the two.
Well, they've done it again, haven't they, White? Just when Black thought they were right back in this game, 6 unanswered points, and it's back out to 17.
Yeah, White weathered the storm. We're able to get some buckets back on that board.
Well, Coach Milligan with what is probably the final roll of the dice here with 4:30 to go. There have been moments for them, but they haven't been able to sustain them for long enough to get all the way back into this game. And when you get down big, you need 2 or 3 runs. You can't just have one.
That's exactly it. And their runs came from being aggressive, which opened up space at the three-point line, which unfortunately they just couldn't hit enough to tighten this game even more. On the flip side, when White needed someone to score, they found him. whether that's being aggressive and getting fouls. Ryan came in and hit 2 big threes in crucial times. Just keep weathering the storm.
Well, Five's back out on court. It's a black ball from the end line. Oh, nice from Keys. She's under great pressure here. Well, that almost went in, but what a pass it was. Yabila is blocked there. Armour with the denial. Carrington creating some space and laying it home.
Point forward in Diorama, creating that opportunity for Carrington.
Well, good work from Gray to keep that alive. Keys to the elbow, doesn't go. Foul over the back. It's going to go back to Team White.
Can't be too mad at that though, trying to generate some extra possessions for our team. Just over 3.5 minutes to go. Down 19, you really need those. Nice right pass.
Habal going into the bag there on the fadeaway, doesn't go. I thought they were going to slow it down, but I don't think she plays at a slow pace. She just attacks.
Yeah, I think White are going fully all out.
Foul court, it's only the team third, so it'll be sideline for Black. Well, they're a little late into the play here, able to get it in time. Well, the threes have not quite gone as regularly as Team Black have needed them to here today.
Yeah, it's tricky coming into and onto a court that you're not that familiar with. Perception's different. And I think the three-point percentage has struggled for that.
There are many different sight lines in Crystal Palace as well. Ooh, nearly. Gibbons got her hands on it. Gray pushing.
Nice.
Doesn't get its reward, but Gray does get the offensive rebound. Gibbons driving to the rim, lays it in for 2.
Yeah, second chance points.
I love the way she runs back immediately as well.
And immediately starts communicating to her teammates. And they get another stop.
Is there enough time for Team Black? There's enough time to make Siobhan Pryor think about it, that's for sure. She's going to call a timeout.
She can't help herself. She's so competitive. Wants to make sure her team finish the right way.
Well, it's interesting because we're obviously sat right next to her, so you can hear a lot of what gets her reaction, and it has been mainly the little stuff, the stuff you would expect from Siobhan. But even in a game like this, the defense, the right rotations, the closeouts, those sorts of things have been getting the positive praise.
Absolutely. It seems like the whole team has bought into the way she wants to coach this All-Star event. And it actually looks like that's her team, and the way she's been operating, the way they've played together, especially around the defensive end. They've been really good at just keeping a lot in front of them.
Well, they're 2:26 away from victory here. Team White in the Under-19 women's game. Don't forget, we still got the Bounce Wear Slam Dunk competition coming up a little later, and then we have the final event of the day, the Under-19 men's game. So don't go anywhere. We've still got plenty of action for you this afternoon from Crystal Palace.
Yeah, there's been some historical classics over the last few years with some of the all-star players we've had in this building. Looking forward to the men's game, definitely. Alumni such as Jeremy Sochan, 2019, currently playing for the San Antonio Spurs. You've got Cameron Hildreth, about to go into his pro career. Who knows where he'll end up from after Wake Forest. Plenty more. And hopefully we see some of them in Eurobasket this summer.
Well, I did see Nedas in the crowd early. He had a breakout year in Super League basketball with the young player, most improved player, award. There's Abal with the layup.
And that's what this event is about, is exposing the UK to the new and up-and-coming British talent. So then you can follow their journeys along to whether it's scholarships, pro careers, next year in their academy system.
Two minutes to play here. Team White really jumped on them early, got into a double-figure lead and repelled any comeback threat as it came from Team Black. Looks set to claim the victory and the bragging rights. Oh, great defensive play from Verbeeten with the block.
Lovely rotation for Verbeeten.
Costa's three doesn't go. Gray, can she hang on to it? McIntosh helps her out. Gibbons still pushing. Costa stepped on the line.
Those are a pet peeve of some coaches. Know where you are on the court. First step.
Pet peeve of me as well, by the way.
Trying to stay neutral.
Well, I don't. It's weird. When they moved the three-point line out like 10, 15 years ago, it's like players lost where they were on the court. Never saw your dad step out of bounds like that in the old days with the shorter three-point line.
It's funny you say that because it is one of the things he hates the most. He is always about first step forward, know where you are.
Yeah. Costa can't finish, but Day lays it back in.
She knew where she was to get that offensive opportunity.
Here's Taylor. Drive and kick. Almost strong with the rebound. And again, second time. Must have been a foul in there somewhere, not called.
One would think, Dan, but maybe her angle's off. She did a great job using her body, though, and her physicality. She's got a double-double herself already.
It's that point in the game where... Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Crowd love that.
She throws up the three in front of her sister's face right there.
Well, that one's going to be clipped up later, no doubt about it.
They'll be talking about that at home. She said, my go. Oh.
Well, we're into the last few seconds. A little traveling violation. I was about to say, it's that point where you speculate over who might be the MVP, but this one feels like it's a pretty open and shut case. We won't preempt what they choose, but there we go. Little Costa action here.
Oh, now we're getting it at the end of the fourth. Oh, nice second step there.
Their armor, just as she was right at the beginning of the game, still at the end with the offensive rebounding. But Team White have dominated this one, and as the buzzer sounds, it is they who are celebrating a 20-point win for Team White. And really, they set their stall out in the first few minutes. They really jumped on Team Black, kept them to only 5 points in the first 8 minutes of that quarter, and that was the platform from which they never relinquished their lead.
Yeah, I do think that story was written early in the game. I think they came out with the best energy and game plan to start, and it's paid off for them. And every time Black looked like they were coming back, White just weathered the storm, were able to get buckets when they needed to. And they played really well together as a team, considering it's a very mishmash of different players from different programs around the country.
And again, it was defensively as well. It's the little things that you don't often find when you put a team together in an all-star format. It's defense, it's offensive rebound, it's help, it's all of those sorts of things that they did really well today.
I mean, Team White ended with 22 offensive rebounds right there, and 19 points off of that. That was a huge part of their game. Diorama having 14 rebounds herself with 12 points, 9 offensive rebounds. Huge part of how they came out.
I guess she would be the one outside bet on Team White for the potential upset MVP with 12 points and 14 rebounds, you would say?
She argued her case, definitely.
Plus 20 in the game. But we'll find out very shortly as the presentation is about to begin. We're pretty sure that the MVP is, well, I was about to say in the middle of the shot, just drifting off right now, but we'll wait for the official announcement. And the two teams will be out there. And when they play each other next year, those who are still in the country, who haven't moved on to college or wherever, they'll have a little word here. I remember last year we beat you by 20 in the Classic.
Oh, you know all these girls are going to be talking about this for a while. One up on each other.
Okay, our MC Tahir Jack out there to announce the MVP. I think we got a good guess, but let's hear it.
With a total of 5 rebounds and 22 minutes played and 21 points, the number 11 from Team White, Irene.
Well, no great surprise. Irene, the MVP, she really, we talked about that first quarter, she was the dominant force, double figures in that first 10 minutes.
Absolutely. She did a great job of attacking the rim early, got some nice and ones to start the game. And she just impacted herself within this Classic throughout. 21 points, going 8 for 11 from the field, 72%. Did not shoot a 3. Shows you how efficient she is going downhill. And the highest plus minus on that team, which shows when she's in the game, they have the biggest lead. And her impact is huge. And the youngest player in this Classic with many years to come.
Well, that is the scary thing for everybody else, really, is how much more there is to come from this young woman. And she is in center of the shot as the Hoopsfix All-Star Classic Under-19 women's game comes to an end. And we've got still plenty of action for you here in the Crystal Palace as the dunk, I just noticed the dunk contest competitors have come out ready. We won't be too far away with that. And then the Under-19 men's version of this game to come after that. But a final thought on what we've seen here from these women. We've seen some of the potential of the future for British basketball.
I mean, the future's bright. And it's just great to get all of these girls, the top girls in this country, coming together for this event. Great job showcasing skill, talent levels, different bodies that are dominating in a multitude of ways. So, yeah, lots to come from these girls, and it was a great showcase. Team White, nice dominant win there.
It certainly was, and impressive from tip to buzzer, really, from Team White. Black had their moments, they had their time where they threatened to come back and close the gap, but they weren't able to get all the way back. They got back to 8, and then White pulled out. They got back to 11, and White pulled out again. Well, now we can get some reaction we have the MVP with Stan.
All right.
Yes, we are here courtside with the 2025 Women's MVP, Irene Obodo. Irene, tell me about your game. What did you think? Did you have a good time?
Bro, it was amazing. Smiles on my face the full game. 40 minutes, it was amazing.
I mean, we talked before the game, we said that this is your second All-Star Classic. Now, last year you were the youngest player in here. A year later, winning MVP. Your family must be so proud.
Thanks, guys.
I mean, like I was saying, your family must be so proud, but your teammates are clearly proud of you as well. What does it mean to you to win the MVP today?
Oh, it means everything, but it was really a team effort from everyone. You know, I was happy to be on Team White again this year. Blessed to be part of this whole event. So, yeah, I'm just happy to be here, but happy to win this too.
I mean, how are you going to celebrate?
I don't even know. My birthday's tomorrow.
Wow.
So I turn 17 tomorrow. So.
Wow, 17 MVP, what a weekend, and it's a bank holiday.
Yeah. So
I mean, you got one more year.
I got 2 more years here.
2 more years.
Yeah.
So we're going to be seeing you back at the All-Star Classic next year.
Yeah.
But tell me, man, where can the people see you play next season? And what can we expect to see from Irene Obodo in the next year?
I'm not going to let you know where I'm playing. Probably Manchester, though. Probably Manchester next season. And what was the rest part of your question? I forgot.
The other question is, what can we expect to see you in the near future?
Oh, next year probably I'm going to be going to Division 1 because I'm class of 26. So yeah, hopefully that.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Irene.
Thank
We
you.
can't wait to see the rest of your journey. Go and
Thank you.
celebrate with your
Thank
teammates,
you.
man. Go crazy. We're going to head back.
Well, she didn't want anybody to forget she got 2 years left in eligibility in the Classic here, so I think we'll see her again fighting for that MVP in future years as well. But we're not too far away from the dunk contest here. We're going to take a little pause, but congratulations to Team White. They've beaten Team Black by 81 points to 61. Stay with us for the dunk contest and the men's very soon.